Let's go. For those of you that want to know what Dead by Daylight is all about, it's like this, y'all. This is 10% fucked, 20% kill, 15% concentrated iron of will, 5% unhook, 50% pain, and 100% reason to remember the game. He doesn't need his eyes up in lights, he don't wanna be heard, monitor and abuse on this mic. He feels so unlike everybody else alone, cause he's up patrolling my hook and he's camping my dome. But fuck him, he knows the codes. It's not about the DLC, it's all about Insidious 3 and making no noise, making a story, making sure left click stays up. That means when I drop a toolbox, Jake's picking it up. Whenever I am on the mic, you know I'm stabbing at your heart with a decisive strike. Enduring all these rappers that are being shunned and dropping rhymes so hard I leave the palate stunned. I get thrill of the hunt. When my totem is lit, you might lose your flashlight. Well, here comes the rage quit. They DC from my lobbies cause they cannot cope. My skull is so on fire, it devours hope. You're a soul survivor being left behind. You gotta stay alert if you are on that grind. I bond with survivors, they hang on hooks for me. I take care of myself, but still no empathy. I'm saving all these lives because I'm optimistic. All up in your grill, being altruistic. Random shows up to try and heal a piece. I'm fucking done with the save, go work agenda, niece. This is 10% fucked, 20% kill, 15% concentrated iron of will, 5% unhooked, 50% pain, and 100% reason to remember the game. I am a swift legend with an overwhelming presence, and I make a swift entrance. One blink and you're gone. Try to run from us, we'll confirm the kill. You better pay up front, we'll send you Blinky's bill. Get it running, installing, get stunning, they're falling, get cunning, they're crawling, get hunting and mauling. One hit and we're brawling, another they're bawling. Just hang up the phone, I hear the nurses calling. A game so addictive it can't be overlooked. 72 hours in, I'm already hooked. Bloodlusting over people with the palate loop, who greatly thicken the mist like getting wavy with Snoop. 3 people at the hook and it could cause some havoc. Survivors fucking up my lane with their human traffic. Sending Darth Dwighty is to choke him out. If you have a vague idea of what I'm talking about. Morph into a Billy cause I really must dash. Gens popping cross map, I see them crash. Survivors scatter and I hear them scream. Embalming all their bodies, that's my pickled dream. Haggard's not queen of the killer world. She teleports and misses. What you swinging at, girl? Hop aboard the Metro and the Meatball Express. It's a lot harder to struggle with a hook in your chest. This is 10% fucked, 20% kill, 15% concentrated iron of will, 5% unhooked, 50% pain, and 100% reason to remember the game. This is 10% fucked, 20% kill, 15% concentrated iron of will, 5% unhooked, 50% pain, and 100% reason to remember the game. He's a dire technician, but he thinks he's a pro. When he jumps into a locker, what you doing, bro? BQ and Q, that's quick and quiet. Coast is lonely up in here and it could cause a riot. Dropping the toolbox to avoid the slug, or I'll be screaming at the killer like an angry pug. I'm unbreakable, so I give him the slip. Now you know what it's time to do, let's pip and dip.
Hi there. Hello. Welcome once again to an amazing adventure with us on this wonderful world of Dead by Daylight.
We want to say thank you very much to Get a Wid, just throwing the name out there.
Yeah.
Dead by Daylight streamer and awesome rapper, apparently.
Yeah. So that was pretty good. Thank you very much. So let's talk about stuff here. We have a long list of things to talk about, but I will start with the big things, which is our patch that just came out and some of the issues in there that we discovered at the last minute.
Well,
actually,
just
just
can we
after.
say hi?
Yeah, we'll say hi. Yes, we'll say hi first. So first of all, Bjorn, thank you again for helping us make this a reality. Second, let's say hello to our mods. I know that McLean and Bucket are here. We have Ayu, Clyde, Murph, Suggestive, and Faded. So thank you very much to all of you for your continued efforts in making this less of a freak show, or more of an organized freak show. Okay, so the patch is out, 1.5.2. There's a lot of really, really cool stuff in there. Some great bug fixes, a bunch of balancing, and the head case was part of that. So that was exciting for us.
Yeah.
We've been wanting to do some cosmetics for the survivors for a long time. However, for a reason that I will not get into right now, we had some issues and some stuff got put through at the same time. It shouldn't have been. Doesn't matter. In the end, you're getting more free stuff than you were supposed to right now.
Wait, what? So you don't have to buy the DLC to get the rest of the free
No.
stuff?
So right now, there's a full customization for the hag that's missing icons and descriptions because it was not exactly ready yet. It's supposed to be part of our anniversary celebrations and be given out later. But you know what?
You're
You
getting
got
it
it.
earlier.
So yeah, we'll keep
There
it.
we go.
We'll just patch really quickly so that the icons and descriptions are in. In the meantime, enjoy this really, really creepy version of the hag. And there are also a few items that are strangely packaged right now. We're fixing it. I don't know exactly how long it's going to take. But essentially, it was made part of the head case, which is completely ridiculous. And instead, it's going to be available for everybody. We'll get into more details when we talk about the anniversary. So I was going to say we sort of screwed up. We screwed up.
Yes,
but
definitely.
It's one of those beautiful screw ups where you end up with more free shit. So if I hear anybody complain about it, I will. I will hear people complain.
But why
about
is it not another killer?
Shh.
Okay.
People will do that.
Sorry.
We don't need to.
Sorry.
That's fine. That was a beautiful impersonation
I had
of a
to.
whiny person.
But I mean, you get it for free though.
Yeah.
Okay. So.
Yeah. The other thing I want to talk about.
Yeah.
So obviously we'll get into details about the 152 and everything that comes into that, which is great. But I want to talk a little bit about something that's very exciting that's happening at on the 20th, which is very, very quickly, and it's the console release. So I read a few things on Reddit lately where people were saying, "Oh, the devs are afraid of showing anything on console because it's crap, and that's why people don't talk about console." And we were just too busy with the live game, so we didn't really talk about the console before it was ready to release. So we'll show some stuff right now. We'll talk a little bit more about the console.
Just to make sure with the customization that we talked about, it's going to be taken out of the head case, and you won't have to pay for it, because right now people are saying, "Oh, it's part of the head case." No,
So,
it's going to be taken out of it.
It shouldn't have
and it's
been
gonna
part of the
be-
head case?
Yeah, it's going to be
Everybody will
given
have
for
it.
free. There we go.
We're not talking about the 12 heads here.
No.
This is part of the head case. That is the head case. It's the other stuff that got slipped in there for reasons.
Yeah.
Correct. So,
Thank
do we still have the crawler, by the way, Bjorn? Not today? Maybe later. Okay. We'll see about that. Okay. I think there's... it's not a big deal. Just, so, the console release.
There we go.
Let's play the video. I just want to show what it looks like. You'll see it's very, very close to... we're in the way now. Can you take us out, please? People don't care about this.
Okay, there we go.
There you go. So this is on Xbox One. As you can see, the game is extremely similar. It's close to the high settings with a few differences here and there. The good thing, obviously, with console is the fact that we know exactly the hardware we're dealing with. As you can see, it's the same thing. The button prompts are what I'm used to seeing because I play with a controller, famously so. But visually, the game looks pretty much the same. That's the PS4 here. You can see for anybody playing on high or ultra, they'll be very familiar with the way things look and the effects and everything else is
There we
similar.
go. So it's just like a really short,
Just showing people so they can see the quality, the resolution, and the frame rate, which
There
is pretty
you
much
go.
what people are worried about. So to get a little more in-depth about what the console is going to be like. So the console right now is on pre-order digitally if you're in Europe. The PlayStation Store only does pre-orders for the digital version if you're in Europe. If not, you'll have to wait until day one. Anyway, you wouldn't be able to play before, but some people like to spend their money in advance.
There we go.
The retail stores, though, a lot of them do take pre-orders. So you can check. I'm not going to name names, but you know the big chains. A lot of them are right now taking your money and will send you a boxed version of the game. the game itself on console is a special edition. So it comes with obviously the full game, the same thing you've known and loved for the last year. It also comes with a Flesh and Mud and the Spark of Madness. Those 2 DLCs are included in there. It comes with everything from the Bloodstained Sack and everything from the 80s suitcase. All of that is included in the console version special edition.
What about Michael Myers?
So Halloween, Michael Myers, Laurie, and the Haddonfield map will come in,
Okay.
but not at launch.
Okay.
But it will come in. That's already been settled. It's all ready, but the exact release date has not been settled yet. But it's gonna be soon.
What about Nurse, The Last Breath?
The Last Breath is technically part of the base game.
Okay.
It was a free DLC for everybody, and a little tidbit of technical lore. At some point, it became difficult to deal with because it was a free DLC, and if you didn't go and click on the link, then it wouldn't appear in your game, and people got confused and angry. So we decided, you know what, screw that, it's part of the game, and we just folded it in. So for us internally, it's considered part of the base game.
Okay.
Other than that, yeah, it's coming out on the 20th in North America and on the 23rd in Europe. And that is due to traditions, essentially. So marketing traditions state that in Europe, as a general rule, things come out on the Fridays, and in North America it's different. So it's like big movies come out on a Thursday. There's no law against it.
It's just habits.
Yeah, but also it's
Traditional.
driven by the fact that the PlayStation Store does not update every single day.
Oh.
The PlayStation Store updates on a specific day, and it's a different day in North America and in Europe. So the dates have to sort of follow these kind of things. So that's it for the console, I believe.
All right. Just a quick note on matchmaking right now. We're still tweaking our algorithm, so we are still on Steam matchmaking. So just to make sure everybody knows, we are still on Steam matchmaking. I think I had other points in there. Can we go back to the
Yes.
list? I mean, I can talk about the anniversary right now. If Bjorn, if you can show us the plan. I really hope you guys are going to like what we have planned. There's a lot more stuff than that.
Take us out. Nobody cares.
Yeah. There's a lot
Thank you very
more
much.
stuff than that, but we did
Oh my God, do I see double blood point week?
double blood point all week during the anniversary. We're going to have also giveaways throughout the week. We are introducing a new offering, a new temporary offering for the anniversary week.
What does it do?
What does it do?
Are we talking about it? No, we're not saying. There's going to be a new offering.
It helps you get more stuff.
Okay.
Then we have daily challenges, which if they are global challenges. So everybody, every player, every action you're making towards those challenges are counted.
Yeah.
And if we are reaching the daily challenges, we are giving you every day one new killer cosmetic, one new survivor cosmetic.
Yeah.
At the end of the week, our weekly challenge is called It Takes All 5. I mean, you guys can understand that. It takes all 5 daily challenges to
Unlock the last
one. It also takes all 5 players to have a game. Woo. We're living in the rainbows and unicorn life. Okay, so at the end of the week, there is a very big surprise, and I really can't wait until... I really hope you guys are going to reach the challenges because it's free in-game stuff.
Yeah.
And we're not talking cosmetics necessarily. So really interesting there. Yeah. And then we have a couple of events during the week. We're starting the weeks with a host session on our Twitch channel.
Yep.
We're gonna host different streamers. By the way, streamers, I did not contact you yet.
Yeah, we have
so
a
don't
list
panic.
of people.
We have a
it's
list.
more than 24 people.
Yeah.
We have a long list of people we're going to contact, and we're going to ask if you're interested, and then there's going to be different hourly spots, and we're going to try to get 24 people that are ready to stream for at least an hour each so that we can have a full-on 24 hours of streaming hosts and some giveaways.
At the end of that 24-hour host session, we're going to start our normal dev stream.
Yeah, on the Thursday. I might be a little tired on that day.
Matt is going to be a little tired catching the red-eye flight back
from LA.
After the dev stream, we're going to have panels. So, for example, we're going to have people come in and show us images and you know, all the ideas they have for creating content. So we have specifics.
Yeah, that's it. It's going to be per discipline or per segment of the game. So we have UI panels, we have live operations and balance panel, we have some art creation panel, we have a bunch of different things. We have a QA panel. I'm not going to get into the details of all of them, but you'll see it's going to be an in-depth look at the daily life of developing
Lots of information, lots of stuff people have been asking for a while to see. Then
on Friday,
hello, merch store launch.
That's going to be so exciting.
Basically, you're going to see every merch that we have to offer you. We know it's really been something for a while.
Yeah.
On Saturday, we're offering you access to some of our unpublished concept art. We know a lot of people are asking for concept art, so we're giving you access to some images that you can use at will. Well, of course, at will, not to your own, for your own profit.
But you can't sell it.
You can't sell it. I want to make sure because this is going to be clipped and shit, and I don't want to get in trouble.
You cannot get into legal trouble.
Exactly.
Don't.
Then on Sunday, we have an event. Play with the devs.
So we're going to have a bunch of us sitting here in the offices on Sunday, probably with snacks, maybe some of us in our pajamas. We're going to be streaming the game. Some of us have personal accounts. We'll be streaming it on our personal accounts. Some of us will be streaming on the official one. We might do a multi-stream kind of thing. And the idea is for most of us to play killer, so you can get murdered by the devs throughout the day. And also we'll do a few sessions of us playing against each other so that you can watch us murder each other and see what kind of shenanigans we get up to when we play.
All right. Then at the end, we're going to release our 1-year anniversary video, which is going to be put on YouTube and everything. But honestly, there's other stuff that we cannot talk about right now that are going to be given or talked about during the week. So it's going to be a very exciting week. Not going to lie. I'm really looking forward to it.
Yeah. It's going to be good.
Yes. So, by the way, yes, if everybody reaches the challenge, everybody gets the cosmetics.
Of course.
Of course. Every player.
Everything.
There we go.
All right, that's cool. Next point I have here is the voice actors for Doctor and for Feng. So the woman who recorded the voice of Feng actually left the company. She was a QA with us, Bianca. For those of you who remember, she was very active on the Steam forum, especially the non-English speaking forums. She's moved on to other things right now. She had other projects she wanted to pursue, but she did the voice of our latest survivor as her little legacy to us. And the voice actor for the Doctor. Is he coming? Or
no, I didn't ask. Okay, actually, what I was thinking was to bring them in the panels next week.
Okay, we'll do that. Oh, yeah, we could talk about all the voice actors next week. We'll talk to Fred about that. It's a good idea. So it's our very own Alex Lynn, but he's not coming. We'll see him next week.
So a few things I want to talk about. Bugs that we actually worked a lot on this week, community issues. The field of view for the killer. I actually had a couple of players help me and our programmer to pinpoint what the problem is. Because right now, the field of view, the problem that we had is we couldn't reproduce in the house what the problem was. We finally did it. We did reproduce in-house, and we realized that the camera position is actually two different things.
It's the camera position mostly.
So, yeah, mostly. So we have two different issues, which we are going to treat separately, but we finally know what's up. So actually someone is working on a fix right now.
Cool.
I cannot say when it's going out, but someone's working on a fix.
Family share fix?
Family share fix. We did fix the family share. it wasn't in any patch. We fixed it on our back end, and it should be working. If you still encounter a problem with family share, just tell
Let
us,
us know.
because what we think would be probably other issues that are piling up.
Okay.
So, and then I think I
You
had
have
something
nurse
else.
fix in there.
Nurse, yes. The sensitivity, we do have a fix, and it's coming hopefully in the next patch. I want to make sure it goes in the pipeline, and we need to test it, but it should be fixed next patch. So
Okay. Yeah.
that's for now. By the way, next week during the anniversary,
We
we're
have
gonna
wiggle bug.
Wigglebug also.
Yeah.
Damn, we're doing it them all. Wigglebug, we finally reproduced. We finally find out what it was. We're working on the fix also.
There you go.
There we go. Yes.
We are still on the Steam matchmaking.
Oh, I did talk about that earlier.
There.
Yep.
So let's go. Oh, we have another announcement to make. We are right now looking to grow our moderator team.
Yes.
That's part of an effort we have right now to grow the customer support, the moderation team, all of these things, these extra services that we are offering the players, that we are making sure that people have the smoothest, most pleasant experience we can possibly provide.
Yes. So we will have two moderator. It is a volunteer position. Make sure everybody understands that.
Well, like the current ones.
Yes, but we will go through a interview process. The way to actually send your resume and everything, I don't know if the offer is on the website yet.
It will be very soon. It's
but
not right now, but
it is on. It is going to be on the Behavior Interactive website under the career.
yeah, exactly.
So it's going to be posted there. That's where we want your resume. We don't want them.
No, you do not have to be a streamer.
You do not have to be a streamer. Absolutely not. What we were going to look for is people who are, involved in the community, good attitude, everything. So, of course, it's going to be a selection process. We're not going to select everybody. So, you guys are going to be.
Yeah, for sure.
So that's the plan for. Of course, mods get some perks. I'm not going to say what there are, but they do get some perks.
All right, patch notes. Let's look through the patch notes, shall we?
Shall we? Yes, we do. We shall.
Do you have them at hand, or do I pop them up?
I can pop them up on Steam.
All right.
Okay. But
Why not pay volunteers in blood points? Ha! That's a very funny proposition.
all right. So the patch notes, if you wanna go ahead, there was a lot of changes to proficiency system.
Yeah. So without going too much into detail on that, it's the
The little icons you guys get when there's.
It's like the status effects, but mostly for positive things. We also we added the ability to view items, killer powers, and add-ons at the in the tally screen at the end of the match, which was a very requested thing. Also, the ability for the Kill Your Friends match manager to toggle join permission for friends or not, which is going to be super useful for tournaments, among other things.
Yes.
The interaction bar has been changed, the color mostly to reflect if you're using items or add-ons properly, or if you have negative effects. So if it's yellow, you have a positive effect. If it's red, you have a negative effect. The cursor speed and stickiness has been changed. The size of the Steam names, various survivor and killer animation. So there was a lot of work done on the animation system, the pairing of the animations.
Yes. So you might see changes on how people, like how you vault over a window, how you hook survivors.
Hooks, pick up, carry, all of these things.
Lots of them have been
also
added.
the opening the doors. There's now a character info screen. So this the screen that features information about each of the characters. Look in it. Please comment comment constructively, if possible, on there.
Yeah, because this is
I mean,
very
it's
new.
a first implementation for us. We think this is the information that should be there, but maybe you have suggestions on how to make it better. There's a new help and tutorial section, which is also not complete
It's
at this
still in
point.
process, but we're actually what's lacking right now is images. So we have all the text down, but we're gonna add images to complement the tutorial and help sections.
And maybe some good suggestions out there on what should be and what shouldn't be in there.
We will also have tooltips during the loading screen that are going to be dependent on how many, I don't know if it's how many hours, I think it's how many hours that you get in the game. So you're going to get like beginner tooltip, you're going to get advanced tooltips, stuff like that. Of course, for players who played the game like over 10,000 hours, I mean...
It's not as useful, but it's something.
It's something. Then on the balance...
yes, so a few big ones. I'll let you get through it mostly, but the big one, quick and quiet, that I saw a few discussions on Reddit about that.
So quick and quiet gets a cooldown, but perk has actually been changed. I don't think it's been specified, so I'm going to go and talk to Orvat so we had it to the balance, to the patch notes.
Thrill the Hunt.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So you guys can check the balance changes.
Yeah, that's it.
Open-handed
has been changed.
Yeah.
Its balancing issues are pretty...
what I want to go
straightforward.
through is bug fixing. We did fix the Ironworks exploit bug. So this is fixed. Yay.
Right.
We did fix the pallet breaking that wasn't giving points to killer, which was very bad for us.
The infinite loading, a specific item that's causing infinite loading.
Another very important one, fix various issues with the terrain.
Yeah,
Tiles should not longer be visible or have collision, preventing players from going from one to the other. So basically where you were running and getting stuck.
Yeah, for no reason. Well, there was a reason, but there was not a good reason. That actually is part of a much needed and much bigger change on the whole way we create the geometry of the terrain and how we create the tiles. It not only fixes a bunch of issues, but it will actually open a few doors for us to create tiles that have a little more variety. That it'll give us a few more tools to do some funky stuff in the future.
Yes, we also fixed an issue where a chest would spawn in front of a hook, which prevents you to actually use the hook. Very frustrating as a killer.
Killers cannot hit walls and lockers to see what's inside anymore.
There we go. We also
the
fixed
borrow
the
time,
white ward, actually, which was something a lot of people were asking for a long time. Borrowed times was also something we fixed. The trigger when you were being grabbed from a locker. And then there's a couple of others which I think are going to wait,
go through the
or
list,
you can go. You
look.
guys can go look at it.
There's some good stuff in there. Hopefully, the game becomes cleaner for it.
We can go through the questions.
We can go through some questions. You want to ask the questions? I like when you ask the questions. I'm not going to look. I didn't get the answers this time, so I'll have to make shit up.
Okay. Lucille is a vampire bat. Ask, can we get more lore about the entity? Also, could you add the entity voice at the start or end of the rounds? Something like, bring me their souls.
Well, there's a few things very wrong with that. So first of all, we can give you more lore about the entity. It's coming in tidbits. It's being dribbled slowly into your brain through various channels. Every word written in the game might actually contain a little hint. As far as getting the voice of the entity, the voice does not speak in that way. It communicates, but not as clearly as that. And it does not care for souls, if they exist at all.
Okay. Well, this was more for Orvat, but are you by any chance going to enable the killer to turn his body during the pick animation? There is currently no counterplay against a properly used flashlight.
while you're picking up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So basically right now the mechanics from the killer's point of view is not working properly. So basically you see the white screen as you are blinded, but you are not yet.
Yeah.
Not in the event. So you kind of stay still, and by standing still, you get the actual event to trigger later. So once we fix that bug, we're going to go and review the animation, and if it's possible to actually flashlight during the animation, and if the killer can turn at the same time.
Okay. That was not a question for me.
No. Do you have any plans for borrowed time? Yes, we do. We want to test 2 different things on it. We want to either add a delay for the activation. So, for example, killer puts the guy on the hook, and you cannot use borrowed time. This is an example.
In the first 20 seconds?
In the first 20 seconds, for example.
Yeah.
So that would prevent like just the rush for no reason. And let the killer leave if he choose so. The second test that we want to do is, so you see you have 40 seconds. Once he hits you and borrowed time is activated, there is a 40 seconds timeout, 40 seconds time where you're under borrowed time, right? Well, we want to try to nerf that to half. 20 seconds.
See how that works.
So see how that works.
We don't want to make the perk useless.
We don't want to make it useless, but we also agree that right now it's in a state where it's very, very strong. So that would be the test for the borrowed time perk.
Any rework in the mix for open-ended? Yeah, patch 152.
Yes, we did modify open-ended this patch.
New map sneak peek?
No.
Okay. For once, that's not me saying that. Future plans that are more game types, 2v8, that's...
We don't have the future plans on that specific...
No, not that one.
No.
But it keeps coming back every week. Yeah. What do we have? Can you show us the new Killer Cosmetic DLC? You showed us the Survivor DLC last week. Well, you've just received a large leak in the form of a dress for the hag and a few other bits and bobs for her. So that's mine.
No, wait, I want...
But so yeah, no mass, no more killer stuff right now. But next week there's a lot of stuff coming. Any changes to the rate in the next patch?
No, but the ideas we have for the rate right now, we found one idea really cool. Oops, sorry about the mic. From the community, which would take the growl off when he's stealth, and instead dampen all the sounds around the like as soon as the rate is getting closer, all the ambient sound are gonna get dampened until full silence.
It's gonna be really creepy.
That would be something we would want to try.
So I have a few questions in here.
I'm not done with the rate.
Really?
Yeah, we want to try in-build windstorm add-on.
Okay.
We want to try also if he can have the on-hit effect while he's stealth. So, for example, breaking a gen, breaking a pallet while stealth. So those are the ideas we want to fiddle with for Wraith.
So what I had here was, yeah, we are going to look into Quick and Quiet and Thrill of the Hunt with the changes we've just made to see, because I know there's the opinions are divided right now, but it's always the case whenever we release anything anyway. So let's give it a few days, a week, and then we'll see if they are better for the changes or if we need to change them again.
Yes.
Will the daily challenges for the cosmetic rewards be difficult? Can it be done alone? Well, they will be challenging, that's kind of the point, but they will not be something you can do alone. It will be something that is community-wide. So I'm not going to give examples because I'm obviously going to say something I'm not supposed to, but they will be challenges that everybody needs to chip in, everybody needs to play the game.
You're going to know next week.
Yeah.
No worries, we're gonna explain everything, and
but everybody can help.
Yes. And it's going to be, if you play as killer or survivor, you can help for the challenge. So Yes, we can select one. Okay.
Has Dead by Daylight turned out the way you thought about it in the beginning, gameplay-wise? So I find it very interesting that the answer you got, who's that from?
Dave.
Oh, Dave, not at all. We thought it more hide and seek, less of a chase. But it's funny because the early prototype we did was quite a lot of chasing in there. So I don't know why he said that. But it is very different, mostly because of the progression system and the whole range of different strategies you can bring and the meta game. It's all stuff that we could not have possibly predicted.
Okay. I'm going to answer that question about charity pack. Of course, the question is when.
Yeah.
We are still waiting on approval from different parties. So basically, we are in the waiting state on different parties. That's basically all I can say right now because we're waiting. We are also waiting, like you guys are doing. Then, that question, why is the Raid the only male killer without shoes?
Oh, that's an excellent question.
I'm sorry, but I really had a laugh on that one.
Yeah. You could also ask why, for instance, the hillbilly is the only male killer without a mask. And I would not be able to answer that.
So
it is
part of the design, I guess.
It's a statistical insignificance.
Raid feed buff when.
Yeah.
Matt, a question for you.
A lot of people are really enjoying the Raid's legs as a general thing.
Yes, I do like the little tiptoe.
There.
Tick, tick, tick.
I loved the original animation, which got changed quickly, but it was a twinkle toe animation, and I liked it very much.
Matt, what is your favorite DBD killer in Survivor?
I've answered that repeatedly.
Yes.
But very, very obviously, I think to everyone, my favorite Survivor is Nia. Yeah, she's just my type of girl. And then as far as killers go, I mean, I've always been a classic trapper guy, but lately I play the Hag and I'm having so much fun.
So traps.
Yeah, I think traps is something that I really like. Yeah.
As for me, because the question was for me and Matt, Nurse is by far my favorite to play and to play against. I feel like it's challenging and nice, but I know it's not a very popular opinion. And my favorite Survivor is Meg, but since the Ed case, I think I'm going to become a Dwight main. Ooh, that millennial
Which
head.
one? It's the little, no, it's the cap?
The millennial one.
It's the little hairdo.
Yes.
All right.
Okay,
do not talk shit about Dwight. I will not talk shit about Dwight.
Will I need to have PS Plus subscription to play on PS4?
Yes, and Xbox Gold. That's not a decision on our side. Any multiplayer game, by default, requires those services to be activated on those platforms. That's just a requirement from those providers.
Oh, really good question by Glit? I'm not sure. Can you please gather metrics for how often a broken hook, separated from saboing and sacrifice, is later used to make a hook to replenish? I feel like the percentage is nearly zero. Actually, this patch, we introduced something on our side to get more efficient and better stats on gameplay. So we're gonna. Yeah. That's how actually we're gonna be able to monitor the challenges for the anniversary.
We'll have a lot more detailed data.
All right.
Which is good. Yeah. What are the least used perks? Yeah, did you get the bottom of the pile this week?
Yes,
in your stats?
I did get the bottom of the
pile.
Should
we look at stats for a moment?
We can go look at stats.
Let's look at stats for a moment.
You guys want. You can take us off also from the stats.
It's not going to help.
All right. Well, as usual, we have the killer props. As usual, Chantel is there. I did not move the little sliders for the numbers, so it looks like really weird.
They're not to scale?
Because I was kind of in a
rush.
A rush for the stats, but still the order and the numbers are great.
So Chantel is now a mystery to me. I want to know how someone can so overwhelmingly
Yes.
rule the board
Yes.
all the time.
Yes.
So please, people, find me some answers.
I think I played, I would assume her, but I have no idea, only as Survivor. So no,
There.
she never killed me, apparently.
Okay. Next, we have the Survivor props.
There we go. Same thing. The
Range
sliders
is rather small.
Yeah, sliders are weird, but
There you go. So that's for the last 7 days. Okay. Next, we have here the top killer perks.
yes. And this week I made the comparison with
variation,
last
yeah.
week. So those are what we have. Thanatophobia is making an appearance.
Huge comeback.
Yeah, an appearance. We see I don't know, an increase in iron grasp usage, which I'm surprised of.
Really?
Yeah, I am.
And brutal strength is going down a little bit, but those are very minute changes.
Yeah,
in
really
essence.
it's really very small. And remember, this is on every game, every player. So it's not rank based. It's everyone.
No, but it's for the last 7 days only.
Yeah, for the last 7 days only.
But there's a lot of games played
Yes.
in 7 days.
And I'm still surprised, and I see it as a Survivor. I see a lot of IG around, so that makes sense for me.
Yeah, no, it works. It's a good perk. Next one, we have the top Survivor perks.
So
This is also something where we can see the meta is
Yeah.
solidly
Yeah.
staying there.
Self-care and sprint burst inverted this week. Sprint burst was first before. I am assuming sprint burst is going down because Lith or
Yep.
Light is coming in the game. Sabo was made a back to the
come back
top
with-
10. And that's basically
Yeah,
it.
the rest didn't really change much.
Spine chill is always there, and I'm always surprised by that one.
Hey,
I'm not judging. Well, I am a little
yeah,
bit.
we're judging. Next slide, the bottom perks. All right.
So those are the order doesn't really matter because right now they are under like a 1%.
Under 1%, yeah.
Okay, so those are the bottom perks for survivors and killers. So basically, that's what you ask. I put it out. There's a lot
Yep.
of things that are probably that I've seen in plans. Open-ended has been touched this
Yep.
patch, so
So-
we'll see what it does for everybody.
There you go.
All of Ace perks are bottom tier.
Yeah.
Yep, basically. That
Yeah.
because it's luck based, I feel like
It's always, yeah, that's it. It's something that the effect of which can.
where is Deja Vu? It was like the sixth one. It was really close. Don't worry. They're all like very, very close one to another.
So someone was asking here, esports thoughts. Do you think the game will be competitive enough to get into the esports scene? Well, we've seen more and more tournaments being held lately. I think that the next steps for us are things like we've just done with 152, which is adding better tools to create tournaments and to hold them and to broadcast them.
Yes.
And the other side of it is something also we're working on is creating a set of official rules for what is an official Dead by Daylight tournament so that people
And-
around the globe who create tournaments can then compete against each other.
That will actually come also with the new rank system
Yes.
because it's really hard to do an official tournament base when the rank system right now is being relooked at.
Yeah.
By the way, it is being relooked at still.
Yeah. The rank system was done at a year and a half ago, even before the launch, and it reflected what we knew of the game at the point, but it is not relevant right now. It's mostly a measure of how many games you've played more than really a measure of talent and how you rate compared to the other ones. So we're looking at different ways of doing this much better. And yes, making it a competitive thing would be very interesting.
I have a bug where I can't heal myself or wiggle. We talked about it earlier. We now know what the problem is, and we're working on the fix.
There you go. We've been able to reproduce it twice, I believe, in the office. It's a very elusive one, and it's one of those things that happens because of outside circumstances, whether it's lag or weird glitches in connection or firewalls and things like that, which means it's extremely difficult for us to pinpoint. But we're getting closer. Release date of the cosmetics you showed last stream.
Hello?
2 hours,
Yeah, it was
3 hours ago.
today.
Okay. What else do we have here? Okay, so that's asked. Ace Cosmetics when? Today. Oh, can you show us some pictures or videos of how DBD looked like before release? That's we've shown it in the past, a few images, a few videos of the early prototypes and the early moments. And we are working next week. We're doing a big retrospective.
It's going to be in the panels. So.
Yeah. Côté calendar when? I'm not sure I'm gonna do that.
For the contest for the anniversary, we're gonna announce where and when you can actually submit your art, because right now we are still fine tuning the last, the rules and everything and how it's gonna go.
How it's gonna be submitted, how it's gonna be judged.
Most likely, it's gonna be during the anniversary week that we are opening the submissions, but I'm saying most likely.
How many DLCs are you planning to bring out this year? It's hard to say. We want to make sure that when we do them, they make sense and they're good before we release them. But yeah, we have at least, we have a couple in mind right now that we're working on and that we want to get into your hands. Okay.
Why did you change the ultra rare perks to very rare? And again, it's for better access in the blood web. That's basically it.
Yeah.
Better access in the blood web, or yeah.
Okay.
The pink is gone. That's very hard to live with.
Okay, why aren't hard bans being used for players who participate in systemic harassment, especially survive with friend groups?
So for me, that statement right there is very vague.
But
so are you saying survive with friend groups are something?
No, I think it's, well,
yeah.
I think that there's systemic harassment of survive with friend groups.
Because I see a lot of people saying like, oh, this guy is harassing me, he's camping me, but he's...
But it doesn't matter. Harassment... obviously, we cannot do permaban on harassment. It's a little harsh.
We actually did for some people.
For extreme cases.
Yes.
But like if you get yelled at the end of a match, we cannot possibly do a permaban on everybody who's disrespectful.
This is actually something I'm working on with the mods right now to write up all the soft ban rules. Everybody's going to be made aware of them.
So we are devising a system right now so that we can implement softer bans, which means a 24-hour ban, a 1-week ban, a 1-month ban.
And then permaban.
Yeah. But that's it. So that's not necessarily the progression. Don't go writing that down. But essentially being able to set durations for bans so that, for instance, for harassment, repeated harassment, let's say someone that gets reported for harassment 10 matches in a row by different people might get a 15-minute ban or disconnecting during a match. I don't know. I'm just stating things.
We'll see.
We'll talk about it. But there's a 15-minute ban and then a 24-hour ban and things like that. And once we have that in place, we expect that not only will we be able to punish people that do bad things, but the fact that these punishments exist will probably already make it less attractive to engage in those behaviors.
Okay.
Let's say.
Is camping against the game rules?
No.
Okay. No.
No, it's not.
It is not. Face camping?
Different thing.
Is it
it's not
against the game?
Against the game.
Okay. So what we're looking for here for bans is griefing. If you're selecting someone and you're following them every game and you're griefing and you're making their game just miserable,
that's different.
That's different.
Yeah.
But it's really hard to do because it needs proof.
And it's also a matter of a trend, a pattern, not just one time. I mean, don't do it one time, but it's a continued thing that's the problem. Yeah. So what else do we need to talk about on this? I think we did pretty much the questions. Do I have a question here from our friends? Will you be changing anything about the PIP system? Increasing blood point or decreasing blood point required? Yes, the whole system is being reworked. Even to a certain extent, the victory conditions are going to be slightly different.
They're going to be different.
Well, already in our game, the victory conditions are a little hard to explain to a new player. They're playing the first game as a killer, they kill 2, and they get to the tally screen and they go, did I win? And you go, well, you did well, but so we're trying to find better ways to describe these. Yeah. Did we have any other things in your report that you wanted to show? No? Okay, good. Well, we can go to my favorite bit.
Yes, we can.
We have some very fancy art to show today. No cosplay, I couldn't find any, but please roll the thing. That is absolutely adorable. I have to find the name here. Just give me a second. This was KSB, I believe. It's actually in there. Next one, we have this really, really weird drawing by mangaka Neko, I believe. I'm not sure why the rate gathers that much.
It's sexy legs.
Next one is Mr. Chippy here, who did a weird baby hillbilly version. It's creepy. It is creepy. That's what it is. The next one we have is also Mr. Chippy, who did this strangely warm scene between the trapper Jake and the Wraith. Yeah, I don't understand. We puzzle around these. Not the Basement created something new for us. This really well beat up Dwight. Very nice. NZ.
Oh, I like that one.
It's a very lovely hag, and she seems happy, which is nice. We like her. Omega made this very cute little trapper guy.
He's thinking about traps.
Well, yeah, he would, wouldn't he? Then we have Rigbetta, created this intense action scene.
I love Lori.
Yeah,
she's just like, what?
I'm not sure what the details of what's happening here, but it's and for some reason Ace is singing.
Yeah, obviously,
He's
right?
belting out a song, probably something by.
And Claudette is filming on her cell phone.
Yeah.
There's a lot of things going on there.
Yeah, it's very it's very confusing. Then we have something else by Rigbetta here, which is again. I'm not sure what to think of this, but I love it. That's what I know. The last one, I couldn't read the name of the artist, but it's on there, so that's nice.
Your favorite? Your favorite.
I like that the Left 4 Dead shirt is actually a paw. It's so cute. Thank you very much once again to the extremely talented people who have shown us some love in their own way. I also found a couple of absolutely inappropriate ones on Twitter that I did not deem worthy of this adult stream that we're doing every week. It might be 18 plus, but even I have my limits.
All right.
I don't actually. I showed it to marketing and promotion people, and they said, yeah, there's no way you can show that.
Okay. So well, we can answer some of the chat questions.
Yes,
I've seen one that's been going back and showing up again.
Yep.
So, do you want to do anything with the Ash situation? Yes.
Yes.
Yes, we are actually right now in the cube. It's part of the cubes.
It's the stalemate cube.
If I am not mistaken, this is the next cube. I don't want to be mistaken, and I don't want to say bad things, but I think it is the next cube. If I am not mistaken.
It's quite possible. Then, more questions. I'm just trying to. Yeah, there you go.
There's a weird ringing sound when I use whispers, apparently, which I was not made aware of. So I'm gonna look into it
Yeah.
after, make sure this can be fixed because it's a perk that a lot of people are using.
Will you guys fix the issue with the error hung? That's a very vague bug report.
This
but
is one I thought we fixed already. The problem that we encounter sometimes for fixes is that you're encountering one problem, but you didn't fix others before, and that would be to be looked at again. But I thought that was fixed.
Can we get Meg's ponytail without the ugly headband? Well,
They don't like the headband.
that's fine. Well, this person doesn't. There you go. Meg doesn't care if you like her headband, by the way. I might, but
do you
she doesn't.
consider doing a design contest, designing a survivor and a killer, and the community can vote?
Yeah, we wanted to do something like that. Probably not from scratch, and we need to find a good way to get all the feedback from people and filter it correctly. But yeah, we'd like to do that very much. We've talked about it for a while.
Did you say something about daily missions? Right
Nope.
now, we
daily
have
rituals?
the daily rituals. We have a quick fix that you can check. I know I seen it on Reddit and Steam. It was something very like weird. You go like and kill your friend, and then you come back, and your dailies are back. I don't know if that's the fix, but right now we're working to implement the fix in game, of course, so you don't encounter that problem anymore. But right now, for now, you can just do that little trick, and they're gonna appear magically.
A non-human survivor, like a dog or a dolphin or something.
A dolphin, that would that's silly. Charity pack, I'm not gonna answer that question again because I talked about it earlier.
Yeah.
Will there be a website to track the challenge's progress?
I'm not.
I am in charge of doing updates on where we are. So when we reach 50% of the challenge, I'm gonna send out tweets and Steam posts.
Yeah,
just
we'll
to
make
be like
announcements.
be like, hey guys, we're 50% done. Hurry up, or we're 50% done. Holy crap, you're fast, right? So that's going to be, and of course, when the cosmetics are going to be available, we're going to have an announcement also same day to say, hey guys, congrats, you did it. There we go.
The big bad wolf would be a sick killer. Ha! That's funny.
I've seen a lot of really interesting stuff.
The big bad wolf.
On Reddit and Steam about new ideas for killers. For example, the one that comes back really often is the one that can morph into a survivor. That one, honestly, like that one is really cool.
Yeah.
Really, really cool. Cooper killer when?
Cooper doesn't kill.
How do you know if someone has participated in the challenges? We're actually going to track. Can I say that?
Yeah, the top contributors.
The top contributors of the challenges.
Yeah.
So we have a way with the way we're gathering data now to know who contributed the most to the challenges, which we're going to announce every day. And maybe at the end of the week, the one who contributed to most during the week will get something special. But I'm just saying. That was not planned to be announced today.
Yeah. Can we have new stuff for Laurie? So Laurie and Michael Myers, as we've mentioned a few times, they are licensed, obviously. So we need to make sure that whatever we do goes through a bunch of approval process. It's rather demanding, but we would love to do that. So we are talking to people right now.
Opinion on voice chat for Survivor. That one we see a lot.
The which what?
Voice chat, in-game voice chat for Survivors.
That's the question that everybody asked since the very, very first moment of the game, and we said no.
And I hope it's not going to happen.
First of all, because if it was random people, like pickup group, proximity, the first question most people ask is, how do I mute people?
Yep.
Nobody's as good enough of an actor to actually keep up the game mood and the immersion, and you wouldn't get much out of it except probably a good opportunity for more harassment. The people who want to play together and cooperate tend to end up in Survive with Friends group, and they are on Discord or they are on whatever TeamSpeak, and they would not use the in-game one anyway for the most part. So for us, that was a no-go from the start.
Would you consider a penalty for killers letting Survive with Friend groups? It's hard to be playing for hours and getting only 5 games. We are thinking about getting incentives for the killer to play Survive with Friend groups, and incentive would vary on the number of people in the group. So for example, if you duo queue with someone, it's going to be different incentive for the killer to stay than if you're a full 4 group. Well, right now it is in the works, but it is not. It is not in any patch. No.
Yeah, I'm checking for question. No, the mods are just talking shit about the weird art I sent them. Seeing the ping of the killer in a lobby. So yeah, there's a lot of work right now. So most of you know we flipped the switch on our matchmaking last week, and we
tried
we tried, and our system worked for what it was supposed to do, but most people didn't like it better than the Steam one.
Actually, matchmaking for some people it was way better.
Yeah.
For some people it was way worse, and since it was like too polarized, we couldn't stay with that because there was people who really couldn't play from it.
So what's happening right now is that we flipped the switch back to the Steam matchmaking, which was a clever move on our side to put a switch there.
Yep.
But the idea is that we are now working on making our matchmaking much better, so that the next time we flip the switch, you go, oh my God, this is so much better all around, not just a part of the community thinks it's better. So yeah, it was mostly due to the geolocation, but being able to see the ping of people is also something that we want.
Something I actually put back on the works is being able to see the killer. So what we're doing right now, I'm not saying it's coming back. I'm saying we're trying to find a way, because right now what it caused was, you cannot block good people anymore. So, for example, okay, let's say Swift Legend got blocked by a lot of people because they were scared playing him, right?
Fair.
So he wasn't. He had a problem getting games. So that was part of the reason why we switch on not seeing the killer. But what we see right now is a lot of harassment coming from not seeing the killer. So a lot of people getting harassed or being kind of forced to play against people they block for harassment. So this is my main concern here as community manager, is that actually people should feel safe. So we're trying to find a way. I don't know what it's going to be yet, but to relook at how it's working right now.
Yeah, we'll find solutions.
That's it. It's all Swift's fault. No, it's not what I said. Swift was just an example.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure some Survivor got blocked also for the way they are playing.
Yeah, and some people are saying, I like not seeing the killer, and that was the original goal that we had. It's creating that sense of mystery and not knowing, but we realize that we don't play in an idealized world. Not everything happens perfectly, so we want to make sure that the best possible experience is had by all.
Not just Swift, all nursemaid. That was an example.
No, but it's true. It happened. So, yeah.
All right.
What else do we got?
Well, we do a recap, and then we are
so recap.
This.
First of all, the head case is out. Go get it. Many, many heads for your favorite survivors. And then you can look cool, and then you can get murdered some more. The console is coming out at the end of next week. So on the 20th, if you're in North America, on the 23rd, if you're in Europe, you will be able to play the game in a brand new way, sitting comfortably in your couch in the living room. The anniversary is coming next week. It's going to be full of exciting things, full of challenges for the community, full of rewards for everyone. It should be quite a lot of fun. I have here voice actors for Doctor and Fong. We talked about that. Family share is fixed. Bunch of other stuff is fixed. 152, go check it out.
And a bunch of other important stuff is currently, actually, we had a lot of information and everything from the community, and we could fix them. We're working on fixes for them.
Yeah.
So field of view, wiggle bug,
nurse
sensitivity. Those are the three main.
Loss of progress is not forgotten. It happens in different weird situations, very hard to track for us, but we are still spending time trying to figure it out.
It is not forgotten. We're still
not.
working on it, but it's really, really hard to get to. So that's,
So that's it. Other than that, go and enjoy the game. The weather is starting to be nice. It's a good idea to close the curtains so you don't get too much glare in your screen when you're playing. Other than that, thank you for joining us once again. Thank you, Bjorn, for making things awesome. Thank you to our mods. If you're interested in joining the team of our mods, feel free to go check the Behavior website. It's going to be up very soon, if not today, then in the next few days. And that's it, really.
Yep. See you next week for the anniversary.
Yeah. Happy birthday. Not yet. Bye.